All right, welcome to Saturday morning. To finish out our week, we'll be finishing out with the last open workout for this week. So we're going all the way back to 2011. We're doing 11.5 today, which was a 20-minute AMRAP. 5 power cleans, 10 toes to bar, 15 wall balls. So let's break this down for how we're going to do this at home, depending upon what equipment we have. The 5 power cleans, if you have a barbell, the RX weight for guys is 145, for the ladies it's 100. So heavy but movable. It's only 5 for each round. Scale that weight as necessary. If you'll be doing single arm work today because you have a dumbbell, kettlebell, or odd object, then you'll be doing 5 power cleans right side, 5 power cleans left side. The 10 toes to bar, not many of us have a bar. So we put in some options of V-ups or sit-ups depending upon what you have. And then 15 wall balls. If you have a wall ball, great, find a target, hit it and throw. If you don't, the thruster is the perfect movement to mimic the wall ball. And you can do this with a single dumbbell, kettlebell held in that front rack. And then finally for core, 50 good morning. You choose your beast. You want to add weight, you want to not add weight. Either one, do all 50 unbroken, do them in sets of 10. You be you. Ready to get warm?
Yes.
All right, good. So what you're going to need is make sure that you have, if you're using a barbell, kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever you plan to use today, wall ball, have all of that stuff around so we can play with that. First thing we're going to do is start off with 2 rounds of 10 alternating lunges. These are forward step lunges. The goal is to drop the knee to the ground and just kiss ever so slightly the ground. And then Craig is going to put a very light fingertip grip on either side of his head. So he's not pulling on his neck, just hinging at the hips for 10 good mornings. Slight bend at the knee. Don't make this a squat. Just warming up the hamstrings and the glutes and the spinal erectors. This next part is where you're going to need a barbell, a kettlebell, a dumbbell, something. Because after our 10 good mornings, we're going into 10 bent over row. Make sure Kelly has a dumbbell. All right, holding that dumbbell, leaning over with a nice flat back, you're gonna pull into the chest, low part closer to the sternum. Make sure you squeeze those shoulder blades back at the top for 10. After those 10, we're going to do one more round of all 3 of those movements, starting with our 10 alternating lunges. Into 10 good mornings. Nice hinge at the hip, keeping the chest up and eyes up as much as possible. And finishing this round with 10 bent over rows. Nice work. After you've completed that last set of bent over rows, move your object out of the way for a minute. Having some space in front of you, I now want you to inchworm out nice and slowly. Once you get out to that plank, you're going to give me 3 push-ups. If you need to drop to your knees to do those, please do. This is just a warm-up. We're going to do this 3 times. So Craig's going to come right back out. 3 more beautiful push-ups. And then 1 more time, just for good measure. All right, he's going to turn and face us now and get in that squat stance. Heels underneath the shoulders, slight toe out. We're going to do go all the way down to the bottom of that squat. Fingertips are going to be under the toes. Push the elbows into the knees and try and pick the chest up. Keeping the fingertips under those toes, he's now going to extend the legs. Hold that for a second and pull himself back down. We're going to do this 3 times. And one more. Beautiful. And then we're going to stand up nice and tall. Next thing we're going to do are 5 slow air squats. And what I want you to do at the bottom of each air squat, just relax down there for 2 seconds and then drive it right back up. Nice and slow down, making sure we push the knees out. 2-second pause at the bottom and then right back up. Nice. Good, and one more.
Glad you're coming.
Now you're going to need your object, be it barbell, kettlebell, dumbbell. We're going to do 10 deadlifts. Now, if you have a barbell, you're going to take it from the mid-shin, hips and shoulders moving, just to stand up nice and tall. Don't shrug, don't hyperextend, just stand up nice and tall. You can do the same thing with a dumbbell or kettlebell. We're going to do 10 total deadlifts. If you're using that dumbbell or kettlebell, just make sure it touches the ground and you still stand up tall at the top each time. Nice work. All right, we're gonna go right into the power clean. Starting at the mid-shin position, it's big hips, big shrug, pull yourself under and receive the bar in the front rack position. If you have a barbell, I'm gonna have you do 10 power cleans. Mid-shin, and receive the bar in the front rack. The big thing that we're looking for there is that you stand up tall, fully locking out the knees and hips before starting the next repetition. If we're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell, we'll be doing 5 on each side. What I want you to know is that one head of the dumbbell has to touch the ground each and every time in between those repetitions, and we need to see that elbow come up and around. We don't want you just to bicep curl it up, keeping the elbow back and behind. So you're gonna do either 10 with your barbell, or 5 right and 5 left. Go ahead and keep that up there, Craig, because you know what we're going to do now? 5 front squats. Get whatever you have in the front rack position, nice and slow, just feeling the weight, take it down and up. After the 5 front squats, we're now going to take it overhead for 5 push press. Little dip, big drive, fully locking it out overhead. Make sure that those arms come right in line with those ears. And what do we get if we put the 2 things together?
Thrusters!
Thrusters! Who doesn't love a thruster? So now you're gonna give me 5 thrusters. Getting ready for those wall balls if you got one. Beautiful. All right. So now, before you start the workout, if you plan to use a barbell, then I want you to go ahead and warm up into that weight. If you're using the odd object, go ahead and feel out if you're going to be doing the same thing for the power clean, one side, the other side, and then holding just the one object for the thrusters. Make sure you do a couple of each one of those to get ready for that. We wanted to talk really quickly just about the V-up in case that's an option that you choose for today. So Craig, could you just show us a couple of V-ups?
Sure.
Nice. So what I want you to notice is that the arms and the legs are coming up together. It's not the arms and then the legs kind of reaching up. Yeah. So try and get them both of them. And if you have a really hard time with the V-ups, go ahead and do the sit-ups. If you want to do those anchored, unanchored, up to you. If you have an ab mat, definitely use that so that you save your butt crack. All right. Have fun with this one. Post your scores in SugarWOD, and we will see you tomorrow.